Tech Legion, Steve here. Today we'll be looking at the Lepa G500. It is a PSU 80 plus gold certified. Their colors are yellow and black, obviously. Looking at the front of the box, we can see that they have the 80 plus gold certification up in the corner here. The model number of the PSU down here. Lepa's logo here. A picture of the fan from the PSU inside. Lepa is a partner or a subsidiary of Enermax. You can find some of their stuff on Enermax's website, or you can go to Lepatech, LEPATEK.com, and look at all the stuff they have to offer on their website. Looking at the back of the box, we have a little diagram here of some of the key features of the PSU. Extreme efficiency up to 93%, which is the what's required for gold certification. Extreme safety, so it has multiple safety functions in the PSU. Extreme quietness, has a 13.9 centimeter fan, which is a 140 mil design, so it should run pretty quiet and keep your PSU cool as well. And it has high 12 volt rails output. Down here we have some of the key features of the PSU. It has overpower, overvoltage, overcurrent, short circuit, and brownout protection. Active PFC, universal switching, so it's ready for 120 or 240 voltage. Just plug it in, you're good to go. 8P Pcie connectors for extreme graphics cards. Has a 60 centimeter long CPU 24 pin cable, so this will fit into a mid-tower chassis, no problem. SATA power connectors with 3.3 volt rail support for the new generation SSDs, and it is a modular PSU. Over here we have the specifications of the PSU, and there are 3 different models in this particular series: the G500-MA, which is what we're looking at, the G700, and the G900. Looking at the specifications, the 3.3 and 5.5 volt rails have 20 amps apiece, and the 3 12 volt rails have 25 amps each. So it's not a huge power supply, but it'll work for many different systems. On the side of the box here we have all the connectors showing the breakdown of what this PSU has on it. So your 24 pin, your 4+4 pin, and on the 7900 you'll get an 8 pin as well. You have a 6+2 pin times 2 in the box, 4 pin peripheral, which is your Molex, 6 SATA connectors, and 1 4 pin floppy. So let's open it up and see what we have inside. First off, we have the manual in multiple languages, and it gives you a breakdown of your connectors, simple troubleshooting tips, etc. Not a whole lot of info. We have a bag of screws to mount it to your PSU to your case. And here are the modular cables for the G500. We'll take a look at those in a second. And we have the PSU. So let's take this out. Take a look at it. Alright, looking at the side, we have a label, the Lepa G500. Looking at the top of the PSU, or the bottom, depending on how you look at it, we have the gold 140 millimeter fan with the Lepa logo. This fan looks like what Enermax usually puts in their PSUs. Looking at the back side, you have a honeycomb perforation, power switch, your power cord connector there, the Lepa logo, max 90 to 260 VAC. On the bottom of the PSU we have the breakdown of the voltages for the PSU, which we already went over on the box, but you have your 3.3 at 20 amp, 5 at 20 amp, and your 312 volt rails at 25 amps. It is a 500 watt PSU. Looking at the business end of the PSU, we have your two PCI connectors for your video card. So you can run SLI, although those will be lower end cards. For the higher end cards like the 6970, you will need both connectors for a single card. And then you have 5 different connectors here for your Molex, SATA, and all that kind of stuff. Looking at the 2 wires that are built into the PSU itself, you have the 2 4-pin headers for your CPU and the 24-pin. Sleeving is done pretty well. It's not too bad. Let's just move that out of the way and we'll take a look at modular cables. First off, we have the power cord here. North American design. Obviously, if you live in Europe or somewhere overseas, you'll get the proper cord for you. And we have the Molex connectors. That is the end that plugs into the PSU. And then you have your Molex connectors and your floppy drive connector. And then you have your SATA connectors. You have 4 on this string. And on this one here you have 2 more SATA connectors and 2 Molex connectors. These are also sleeved very nicely. And lastly, you have your PCIe cable for your video card. So you have a single wire that is broken off into 2. So you have a 6+2 and a 6+2. So like I said, you can run SLI on the lower end cards, or you can run a single higher end card like the 6970.